Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today we're going to be looking at a new housing item, a start of looking at all of the housing items that were added in patch 7.25. You'll notice these things called the knowledge crystals. These are things that you can essentially use your phantom jobs that you unlock in 7.25's Occult Crescent, basically to buff your character. There are buffs that, persist if you actually use these. For example, there's a 30-minute damage taken reduction buff, there's the monk buff, and there's also the bard buff. And essentially you need to be in the proximity of one of these giant knowledge crystals, which kind of looks like a giant lump of, iron pyrite or something like that. It reacts to your character. Pretty cool stuff. You can actually get one then as a housing item. If you go to the antiquarian in the base camp itself, you can actually exchange gold pieces. If you go to the other section and then the other section of that, you can get the knowledge crystal replica. It says an inert reproduction of the crystals found across the Occult Crescent. This will cost you 960 of your gold pieces. Gold pieces then are farmed from defeating monsters within here. There are many good methods of actually farming gold pieces, either solo as a tank or, the group strats that a lot of people are doing, or just casually somewhere around the abandoned ascent is, most of the monsters, but we end up going and chaining together. Those will give you gold pieces upon defeating them, and you can rack up quite a lot easily. Obviously, gold pieces are used for quite a few other things, though, especially when it comes to upgrading your gear, your armor pieces inside the Occult Crescent. You need ethereal fixatives, which are 1600 a piece, which you probably prefer to spend your gold pieces on. And obviously there's also job stones as well that unlock entire phantom jobs for you to try out. The Samurai, Geomancer, and Thief. Thief especially is incredibly useful because of its steel skill. I would recommend getting that one first with your gold coins. But you can also get the knowledge crystal from the market board as well, because it's not market prohibited, so we can go and buy this from someone else, which is what we've done instead of wasting our gold today. For this then, we're going to use the Free Company Mansion as a demonstration area. I think that would be the best place possible to try this out. So this housing item is, of course, an indoors furnishing item. It isn't a tabletop item, it's just a furnishing item, and it looks like this. It is pretty much the same size as the ones that you see in the Occult Crescent. The difference, as you can clearly tell, is that instead of that shiny iron pyrite sort of surface, you've got that kind of dull sort of texture on there, really, homing in on the fact that it is an inert crystal. It has no interactions or any special stuff. You can't make it go bing by using special abilities on it, but it is really cool. A lot of people might use this when they're trying to create water features and things. It's really cool seeing these little rocks float around it. So it's inert, but there are obviously some special properties still with this. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Really, really cool. It's giant, basically a giant hunk of arcanite, I think, right? Which is the same stuff your relic weapons are made out of. It also has collision detection, so you can stand on top of it if you want to. It's it's a pretty good seat, I suppose, if you want to have a nice big floaty seat. Really, really nice item, decently textured. A little bit blurry up close, but it's not too bad. Nice one to add to our collection. It is huge though, absolutely huge. I can imagine a lot of people using this in ponds and things like that, the indoor ponds, maybe using some water partitions, things like that. Could look really, really nice. It's just one of the many nice items that were added in 7.25 for housing, and it's something that we're only just finally getting to have a look at. There is no special lighting effect on this, but it is quite a reflective piece, so if you have specific lighting, it will reflect off of its surface. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually prefer it this way rather than it being giant and glowy personally. But yeah, let me know if you've picked this one up yet. We're going to look at all of these items. Thank you so much for watching. More videos on the way from all sorts of facets of 7.25, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.